Hi, this video is a brief demonstration of IBM Partner Engagement Manager for an industrial network. IBM PEM is a cloud-based engagement system that enables faster onboarding, collaboration, interaction, monitoring, and visibility into the activity flows between companies and their partners, customers, and suppliers. IBM PEM is a self-service tool that significantly reduces the time and resources required to onboard new partners while managing and maintaining existing partners. Using PEM, we can automate the onboarding process, which can limit the costly manual errors and increases efficiency as partners can maintain their own records. There are three common use cases for PEM. First is the new partner onboarding, which reduces manual efforts and errors by enabling self service, automated profile creation, and creates standards for partners, which enables easy governance process. Second is the customer experience, which is the maintenance, which includes certificate and protocol refresh, updating customer information, enabling business process management for extensibility and auditing. Third is the migration, which facilitates the client to streamline the communication, which customer and provide visibility for partner rollouts, reducing the project timelines and costs significantly by automating the migration and the recovery process. Here is the generic flow for the partner onboarding through PEM, wherein the customer sends out a registration form to the partner, and once approved, the customer rolls out an onboarding activity to the partner. Customer fills out all the protocol and the contact information, and it is sent out to the sponsor for approved. And based on the protocol that is selected, mailboxes and the respective credentials are created. And on filling up the on approval of the customer information, a workflow is being set up, and wherein you can select the business unit as industrial in this case and select its equivalent flow based on the transactions that are needed. And once all the flow is set up, it is sent for approval again by the sponsor. Once a sponsor is approved, it goes through a self certification process, which is nothing but a handshake process between the partner and the customer, wherein a sample file is dropped into the mailbox and the processing is tested based on the workflow that has been set up. And once the self certification process is completed and successful, it is now approved to promote to prod. In prod, the same certification and the testing is done based on the same flow that has been set up previously, and which is moved to prod. And upon approval, the promotion to prod is completed. Now we will see the same flow through the Partner Engagement Manager. I am now logged into PEM, and I go into the activities. So I want to roll out an activity to one of my partner. So here is my activity that I want to roll out to. I give a name, click on next, select a trading partner that I want to roll out this active onboarding activity to, click next, and then finish. Now the partner will receive an email saying that an onboarding activity has been rolled out and he's all set to start the onboarding process. So the initial step will be on the sponsor side, where he will verify all the details of the partner. So this is the partner information, wherein the sponsor will verify all the details and then click on finish. Now I can log in as a partner. So this is my activity that I have been rolled out to, and I click on start task. First is the connection setup, wherein you will enter all your protocol and the connection details. Here are the list of all the protocols. I'm going to be selecting an SFTP, and the direction, either you can select incoming to the trading partner, outgoing to the trading partner customer, or both incoming and outgoing. So I'm going to do select both. In case you have PGP, you can select yes. So in this case, I'm going to do a no. And the transfer type, you can either choose one or go with MFT and B2B both. And the environments as production and non-prod. Here I can give in an email ID and then click on next. So here are the B2B requirements. In case if you have any sample maps that you have been using, you can upload them, or any mapping requirements that you need. or you can just simply download some of the guidelines and use that to build your own maps and then upload them if needed. The connection setup for outbound to the customer. So here I will be doing a pull where I'll be going into the customer and then pulling the file. And then next is inbound to the customer. So the type of connection I'll be doing a push, that I'll be pushing the file, connecting to the customer and then push the file and then finish. So next is the partner protocol information. Here either there are two types of authentication, that you can either use a password or an SSH key, but SSH key is definitely preferred, so I'm going to go with that. And here I would be needing the connection details for the non-prod environment. So here I'm entering my SFTP details since I've chosen the SFTP protocol. My remote user, my mailbox directory, and my port. So if you need a trigger file, you can also do that. If not, you can just skip that. And you can also enter the IP addresses for whitelisting. So I want to whitelist one IP address here. And then I click on next. So this is for the production connection details. Previously we have entered for non-production. Production, all the details are going to be auto-populated. In case you want to change any of the SFTP details, you can go ahead and change them. I'm going to keep it same and then just re-enter the password. And then so I'm done with all the partner protocol information setup. So the next step would be for the sponsor, wherein he will verify all the connection details entered by the partner and approves them. So here I can just click on approve. And the next step is the key grabber step. This is nothing but a handshake between the customer and the trading partner, wherein the details that are entered, the SFTP details that are entered by the partner are verified in case if we are able to connect to the partner system or not. Okay, so this step is done and the connection details are verified. Next is assigning a workflow to the producer. Now here I'm going to select a template for the industrial. Click on next. So the transactions that I would want to choose are the 850 purchase orders, 856, and then 810s. So I'm going to choose all the three transactions and then click on next. Here are all the workflow setup. So initially the source file archive. So whenever I receive a file, I want to do a source file archive, then a de-enveloping process, and a translation, and a destination file archive, and a finally draw process. So I'm going to select the complete workflow setup here, and then click on finish. Now that the workflow has been assigned, the sponsor will go ahead and approve the workflow. Now the next task would be performed by the partner, which is nothing but the self-certification process. So this is for the connection details, wherein you can download that particular test file and then drop it into the mailbox in order to confirm the workflow test. We will receive a confirmation that all the details and the workflow has been successfully set up and the file was completely processed. I go back in as a sponsor. Now that we have completed the self-certification approval and the connection is all set up, so the sponsor will approve it. And now we are all set to promote to a higher environment. So click on promote. So when promoting to a higher environment, we have already discussed that you don't need to do all the setup again. So this will automatically grab all the details from the pre-prod environment and then set the same workflow up in the prod. So all we have to do is do a connectivity test for the production environment as well by dropping in test files in the respective directory and wait for it to get processed. So once it's completely processed, so we are all set to complete the promotion to the prod, and then finally move to prod. Now we have been successfully moved the complete process into the prod environment. So this is the complete flow that we have discussed for a typical healthcare network. So in the similar way, we can automate the maintenance for trading partners for any certificate update, protocol refresh, or connection information update, etc. Thank you. For more information, you can check our website www.pragmaedge.com, or you can reach us at info@pragmaedge.com for any queries.